Hey, Taurus, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your December 2024 career and money reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, you have some cards that are going wild over here, and I certainly see a new beginning. All right, bottom of the deck, you have the Skull card, so there could be the reinvention. And it's interesting because I am getting the word redesign. So some of you could be redesigning your portfolio, your resume. This could be a web page as well, designing a new good or service. Okay, goods or services here with the skull. You've gone through a bit of a rough patch here in 2024. Maybe even had to borrow money, or you were low on cash, Taurus. Some of you work in hospice. Maybe you work with the dead. You could be a medium or even a healer. But I definitely see you reinventing yourself. And I see a lot of you, your vibration has raised. Okay, you've raised your vibration. This is a time for you to make big moves. And I see the moves are taking place outside of yourself now, where you've been making a lot of moves internally, but it almost feels like as you close up the year, there's going to be some new fresh starts available for you. And I feel like you're getting a little bit of a kickstart. You're not waiting until the new year for these changes to happen. I feel like they're happening here for you now. I'm also getting teachability. So some of you could be connecting to a very inspirational person. This could be a healer, a teacher, a coach, a mentor, a guide, someone who is here to help you navigate some of these new opportunities, because I see the eggs showing up here. You may have had to start over. Okay, there may have been an ending with the skull card, with the death card here. And I see that you have resources, or you're going to be contributing or adding to your nest egg. Some of you could be in healthcare. You could be in insurance. If not, there are new opportunities here on the horizon for you. And I see some of you were really ready to get out of a situation where there was a lot of immaturity, maybe a lot of gossip. People could have been talking the talk, but they weren't walking the walk. You have the gossip card here, and it says people could be talking about you, could be talking about what you're doing. This can be good gossip, right? It can be negative gossip. And this is about minimizing drama, trying to not take anything personally, but if there is some sort of personal responsibility, to act with integrity here. And I feel for some of you, your personal drama, perhaps with whatever this was, maybe you were going through a divorce, or you're going through a family situation. Maybe there was a loss of some sort internally, but it could have been affecting your career. That could be taking a shift here for you as well, or coming to an end. Okay, because I feel like the drama is over with the remaining cards that we have showing up here after the eggs. I just see a hard time is over, and right behind the skull, I see easy does it. So this could be a month where simplicity rules the game. It feels like things are a lot lighter for you. It feels like you are getting back to filling your soul cup, overflowing prosperity. For some of you, this has to do with taking care of business and being fulfilled. Yeah, being fulfilled, because when you're not fulfilled, when you don't love what you're doing, or you're staying in a job just to pay the bills, it can drain you. It can drain you of your life force. And maybe that's why we have that skull card at the bottom, because you're saying, no more. Look at, you start off with the sun. Beautiful. No more. I'm ready to head towards new horizons. Life is wonderful. And I think a lot of you are in a new mindset. You're in a different mindset than you were even 3 months ago. And some of you may have already accessed that new opportunity. Okay, or you're waiting for it to physically start to play out. Perhaps you've already received the offer, but you haven't started it yet. Now, I also see some new moves being made here. You have the chess card, which is all about strategizing. This is wise spending, long term. You may even have military in your background. You may live near a military base, or some of you may have been affected by some sort of internal or external war. But you have tools. You have some new tools now that you didn't have back then, because you have the cutlery card. And this is about needing more money. It could be living well. It can be food related. Some of you could potentially be the sole provider of your family, or you're the only one that has an income coming in. Or there is more work showing up. Yeah, because I feel like you have some new tools here with the Sun card. And the tools have to do with, yes, you could be educational tools. Like I said, there could be a new mentor, a guide, a teacher. But I feel like these tools have to do with resilience. They have to do with self-worth. They have to do with determination and strength. These are skills that are only learned when you go through the uncomfortable. And I feel like you can add these to your tool belt now, Taurus. Now, you also have life purpose showing up here. It says you will have new ideas and inspirations that will guide you to your divine calling. And actually, as I'm talking about the life purpose card, I just pulled the star card coming in for you. That's your potential showing up above you. So I definitely see you've activated here a new beginning, or you've activated something that's really meant for you. Okay, as long as you continue to push forward, which I know you will because you have a newfound set of skills here. And I see you asking for what you need and things really aligning for you to carry out that vision. And we see the solutions card. Solutions coming in the near future. And then your last themed card is quite beautiful because we have luck. I believe we create our own luck. But of course, there are destined opportunities that come in for us. And it says anything you do now will be very prosperous. That's why you have the Sun card here. And it's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 7 cards that you have out on the table so far are major arcanas. So I see a lot of you, this is a turning point month. This is a very significant month. If you believe that you're lucky, you'll create an abundant mindset. That's what it says here on the luck card. And I told you that your mindset has shifted. There's something very profound inside you that shifted. What's the final outcome here? Oh, okay. Spirit says take all 3. We're going to take all 3. That doesn't happen often. Or 4, excuse me. Okay, because you have a major arcana. So we'll talk about that here at the very end. Bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Raphael. That's the Page of Cups. This is beautiful because it talks about a new emotional opportunity coming in, something that's intuitive, something that feels like it's inspired from your heart. You have a lot of feelings around this new beginning here showing up for you. There could be messages coming in regarding maybe a social invitation. Yeah, there could be an invitation to meet up for an interview. This could also be a creative project, a collaboration, something about working together. I am getting that message here about working with others as well. And your intuition is very high at this time. So trust those nudges that you are receiving. All right. Your perspective is stifling your growth and stamping your luck. Not anymore. It may have been with the Skull card here. It may have been that you've gone through that rough patch. Again, you could have been low on cash, or you just went through a bit of a funk, or maybe you're still going through that, and that's what's changing here for you, because I'm excited to share your outcome energy. Now, I do see that, again, someone has been possibly sticking their nose where it didn't belong, right? And I feel like that had caused some discrepancies. It has caused some challenges here, but I feel like that person is gone or they've exited. in some way, because I actually see the Knight of Cups in reverse in the recent past. So yeah, if there was someone that was stirring up some drama, or if it was a coworker or just someone who wasn't keeping their word, okay, I feel like they are leaving or ending this situation with the skull. Okay, so let's dive in here. Your first card out is the Sun. I mean, who doesn't want to see that as a starting point, Taurus? And it says, life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. Now, when we see the Sun card, this is abundance. It's vitality and confidence. Confidence in your newfound skills. This is also the card of success and warmth and playfulness. So I feel like there's, again, a light-hearted energy showing up here for you this month, where you're having a little bit of fun with your career, with possibly your family, and maybe even visiting a sunny location in the month of December. But this is all about allowing yourself to feel the abundance and feel the joys that life offers. And maybe it's been a long time coming for you. For some of you, this is a well-deserved reward or opportunity. And I just feel like there's a lot of happiness within you and surrounding you. So it feels like there's some people, close people around you, even if it's only a couple. But I feel like they're very much in this abundant energy with you. They want to grow, they want to thrive. And I feel like there's a lot of smiles this month, a lot of smiles. Now, what's crossing your path is the Two of Pentacles. Balance. There may be a lot going on. I mean, December can be a very hectic, busy month. Not only is it the last month of the year and we are pushing for deadlines and we want to wrap up projects before we get into the new year. This can also be taking a look at, taxes and accounting stuff. But I see in holidays as well, but I see you making it fun. That's the message here, is I'm going to make it fun. Even if there's a lot going on, I don't have to be stuck in the seriousness, because I almost feel like you have the mindset of what other people think of me is none of my business, right? Or what other people say is a reflection of them, not me. And I feel like you're living your best life here, or that's the mindset that you are putting out into the universe, which is beautiful. You could be working multiple jobs or projects at once. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on, but you can see this guy. I mean, he's flexible. He's doing a handstand there with one hand, and he's holding the peace sign in his other hand. So it's how to find peace within the chaos. And I feel like that, again, could be one of those skills that you've really started to work on. Because when the world is noisy, when there's a lot of chaos, when there's destruction happening out here, but we can remain calm in here, that is the definition here of peace. And I see that you're really figuring that out. You're really starting to show up for yourself in such a big way. And I feel like your guides, your loved ones in spirit, and even the people around you are so proud of you, so appreciative of who you are and everything that you've offered and given, because it hasn't been an easy ride. So finding your balance this month, making work fun, not taking life so seriously. And when things do show up, because we have some retrograde energy happening, right? When things show up and they tend to kind of backfire, I feel like you diffuse it, right? You're the one that says, all right, well, we don't have computers for a couple hours. Let's go out to lunch. Let's have a nice extended lunch, whatever it may be. I just feel like you are the person who kind of de-escalates everything. All right. What's below you? What's the foundation? Justice. Now, justice is showing up here in reverse. And by the way, it's card 8 in this deck. Sometimes the 8 and the 11s, they used to be reversed a long time ago, and it's still showing up in this deck. So we have the Strength card as well. I see that here. I seen it somewhere in your reading. Yeah. So we're going to look at both of these energies playing out. So this can also be fighting for justice and equality. This is something you stand for. This may have been part of your deep foundation, part of your roots. Part of who you are, Taurus, is you fight for equality. There could have been rulings that maybe they weren't in your favor, even though it says they were, right? I feel like if they weren't in your favor, you didn't give up. And now there may be a turnaround because of it. Some of you may have worked in the legal system. This may have been a court case, a court issue, or just lack of morals. Someone had lack of morals, lack of integrity, lack of doing the right thing, right? And I feel like it really rubbed up against you in the wrong way. And you said, that's not okay. I'm going to fight for justice. I'm going to fight for what I believe here, Taurus. And I feel like a lot of you are humanitarians. You're being called to bring justice to your work, bring justice to the people you work with or to the planet at large. So this is really deep within your foundation or who you are. I feel like you help a lot of people. This is beautiful Libran energy here. Okay, you may even have some Libra in your chart, but this is also the card of balance. So I have a feeling that some of you, you've gotten really good at multitasking or balancing up a lot of things. But this could be a month where you let some of those tasks that you've been juggling fall to the wayside if they're not as important, or if you can delegate them, right? Delegate them, not take on so much, and enjoy your holiday month if you celebrate the holidays. Enjoy this final month of 2024, even though some of you are like, I'm ready to move forward into a new year. I feel like your mindset though is very much alive, very much full of vitality and full of warmth. And that's how people are seeing you. You're glowing up is what I'm getting. Now, in the recent past, the Knight of Cups is showing up here, and it's showing up in reverse. So I almost feel like there were topics around commitments, okay? Topics around where you are investing in your energy. And this could even be a part of yourself where if you were not investing in things that filled your cup or people who filled your cup, that's where your integrity and your purpose was really activated here. This is where you may have had new ideas and new inspirations that kind of called you in a new direction. Or maybe they are calling you in a new direction, because I am getting this gossip card showing up again. And I just feel like drama or people talking about you, or could it be people talking about other people, right? Maybe it wasn't even just talking about you. You would enter into the office or you'd try to connect with someone and all they would do is talk about their drama or what's going on in their world that's been negative. And you're like, I just don't want to deal with that. Or I don't want to constantly be putting myself in environments that drains my energy or lowers my vibe, because you're raising your vibe. So you don't want to have to constantly fight to maintain that vibration that feels so good. Yeah, so Knight of Cups, I feel like they've kind of go out just as quick as they came in here. Now, what's above you, Taurus? The Star. I'm telling you, your reading is so profound. This is probably one of the best career readings I've done for you in a while. I mean, I don't remember always what they're all about from month to month, but I definitely feel like this is a very powerful, very influential month for you. You have the Star showing up above. Okay, when the Star shows up as not just the potential, this is something that comes hovering in. Think of Glinda in The Wizard of Oz and her pink ball, right? She kind of comes hovering in when you need her. And I feel like you've been doing the good work. You've been putting out some good karma. And therefore, the Star says a dream can come true. This is you believing in yourself, Taurus, the end of a difficult situation. Whatever this goal was. Maybe you did go through a rough patch. You had to borrow money or you were low on cash. Some of you were out of work. You didn't have a job. Maybe you had to take care of family. Some of you may have had to take care of a loved one who may have been dying. And I see here that you've reinvented yourself through this process. I'm getting the name Charlotte. Charlotte could be significant, or Charlotte could be a place where someone resides. Okay. You've reinvented yourself in a very big way, and I feel like you're being rewarded for it. Okay. The star is Aquarian energy around inspirations, dreams, and healing. It's also a brighter future ahead. And the star, the star and the sun, I mean, that's definitely a brighter future ahead for you. Now, what's showing up in the near future? You have solutions. This is Temperance, Sagittarian energy. We have Sag in the sun sign Sag until December 21st or so. So this is the time between now and, well, Sagittarian season starts towards the end of November. I put these readings out a bit early. So the 23rd through the 21st of December is when the solutions come in, when the Temperance energy comes in. So give yourself time to have a little tender love and care. Again, another card of balance, moderation, and self-control. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, and forgiving and healing energy here with the Temperance. Because, like I said earlier, we're going to be in retrograde. You may be feeling the chaos, possibly of other people's stuff. And some of you, yes, you may say, not my monkeys, not my circus, but for others of you, if it is your job, I feel like you're showing up and saying, how can I help you find solutions? How can I assist you? How can I guide you? How can I mentor you? If this is your job, okay? But if it's not your job and it is bringing your energy down in some way, I just feel like you're setting a boundary. You're drawing a line in the sand here, Taurus, and it's going to be very, very beneficial to you. All right, how are you feeling? Well, here's the Strength card, card 11, and it says here, strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, as well as forgiving yourself for which you did not know. Right? I'm a huge fan of the phrase, when you know better, you do better, or at least you have that new opportunity. Sometimes we don't do better, even when we know better, but it's a conscious choice. But I feel like you are a fighter, you are a survivor, and you are someone who has gone through a lot, Taurus. And when the Strength card shows up, you have the self-control piece. You have it down pat. Even for some of you, you may be saying, Mel, it's been a struggle, but I feel like you have a more of a grasp on self-control than most people do in their pinky finger, right? You have this ability to really face some fears and overcome difficult times. And I see here that your inner strength has flexed. It almost feels like you've been working on that muscle for quite some time, and now you're ripped, right, Taurus? Like now your strength is really ripped because you've gone through so much. But I feel like people rely on you. They lean on you in some way. And I also feel like you have the ability to help others in maybe your professional world. Perhaps you are a healer or a mentor, again, a coach, a guide, or someone who you're being called to move in this direction with your life purpose. Whatever ideas and inspirations that are calling you, trust them because they're guiding you forward at this time. And I do feel like things are aligning for you to carry out your vision. Things are being put on your path here, I feel, in a good way. Yes, sometimes there's going to be some obstacles that you climb over, right? But I actually feel like there's some great new things showing up on your path that are going to be easy peasy to you this time around. Okay? Maybe in the past you would have reacted or responded in a different way, but I feel like whatever's showing up, it's a walk in the park compared to what you've gone through. So pat yourself on the back. Be proud of yourself. This is a big time for you. Now, what is going on here in the environment? You have the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is skilled work. It says, take great pride in your excellent work. I told you so. It says, practice makes perfect. Some of you are considering additional education, additional skills, and training. The Eight of Pentacles is loving what you do, but gaining more knowledge as well, and really dedicating yourself to your craft. So there could be a new course. There could be a new class that you take. Some of you are studying up this month. Maybe there's an exam or you're passing the test. I feel like you're passing some sort of universal test with flying colors. So if you're concerned that you're not going to pass something, okay, if this is physical or if this is in the spiritual sense, I feel with the Strength, the Star, the Sun, the Temperance, I mean, these are all of the best major arcanas. You got some luck on your side here, and it's because you've manifested this for yourself. There's something very profound here. And I do see it's important to be experimental. Yeah, be experimental with your work. Be curious as well, and then tackle what you do not know. Gain knowledge, expertise, or ask someone. There's definitely a new skill or talent that you're learning, and it's quite exciting. I feel like there's a sense of excitement behind it. You could be traveling for work, maybe even going on a bit of a spiritual retreat, or that's something that's cooking up in the kitchen for you. And I also see the Page of Pentacles showing up as the hope, as the fear. And this is an excellent opportunity. You want to be able to get that opportunity because you've worked for it. And I see that's the hope. And it says an excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education or a new career path. This could be a new offer because of a new skill, or because you didn't give up, right? Time to get to work. So you have two different cards here that say get to work. And again, I feel like you got a little bit of a head start. It's almost like your new year starts in December. And this is exciting. I feel like don't wait. Don't wait for, next year to accomplish or tackle something here. It almost feels like this month is very freeing, warm, liberating, successful, and it's only going to set you up for more success come 2025. So the fear, I'm just going to name the fear here. Because I have balance showing up so much, you may feel like you don't have enough time to get everything that you want done. And that can be a fear because I see you have a lot of goals, but that's where the chess card comes in. That's where it's time to strategize, because some of you could have air, especially Libran energy in your chart, but you have air in your chart somewhere. And I feel like you're very brilliant. You have this mind that has these ideas, and there's something with time managing your time, your schedule, maybe getting or hiring a helper who can guide you in that strategizing process if that is something you lack. But I feel like you're getting better at some skills, or you're learning some new skills that help you balance your ideas and your work and your finances. So this is good. Final outcome. What's the final outcome here for Taurus? You have 4 of them, and this rarely happens, I'll tell you. But you have 2 Pentacles. You have the 3 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So you have the 2, the 3, the 8, the Page, and the King. You're skipping the 4 and the 5, which is good, and even the 7, because you've already gone through those. And I see that you are doing what you love. The 3 of Pentacles says you're doing what you love, and possibly even collaborating, or you will be collaborating more in 2025. Okay, this is a time of great personal growth in your career, in your artistic endeavors. You could be working with others in a cooperative manner. And how nice will that be if you've dealt with people and their drama and their gossip, and it hasn't been very cooperative? There's an opportunity for you to bring in new people, or to strengthen the bonds that currently exist in a dynamic. But you have the King of Pentacles showing up here as well. Oh, they're saying back it up, so we're not going to talk about him yet. Oh, there it is. There's the Page of Wands. So there's the opportunity here. It says, follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge. Opportunities for excitement and adventure. Beautiful. So there's the message, the opportunity coming in for you. And I feel like you are optimistic. And it also says playful. So we're getting numerous messages here about playfulness and lighthearted energy, having fun with what you're doing. Because you're very brave, you're very energetic at this time. So there's an opportunity to work with others or expand your knowledge with others in a setting where possibly other people are involved. But you have here the Fool, the Leap of Faith, and the King of Pentacles. I'm getting the message here where because you're willing to take this leap of faith, because you believe in yourself, because you are listening to your heart, you're going to be able to do what gives you joy, Taurus, with the Fool, and you're going to make money doing it. King of Pentacles is someone who is very successful. He's very accomplished, very powerful, and very stable. And it says your plans are working out very well, professional and financial success. You're using your resources wisely, because sometimes this Three of Pentacles can also be a very resourceful card, a very resourceful energy. And it almost looks like he's in his toy shop. It looks like Santa's, the elves shop here. And so you could be calling in a lot of helpers to kind of help you with a big dream that you have. Or there could be something that you learned in the process of helping others that really allows you to expand your horizons and go all the way to the top. I mean, King of Pentacles is all the way to the top. Big boss energy. He's someone who he's worked his way up there because he's been disciplined and respected and very mature about some decisions that he's made. So, wow, this is gorgeous energy here, Taurus. I love this. So let's get a message from the Wisdom of the Oracle. What do we need to know? Wisdom of the Oracle. You have a leg up. A leg up. There's the Helper card. So you're definitely helping others at this time, or you are being offered help or assistance at this time. Card 34. And I thought I flipped right to the page here. Some of you could be 34 years old, or some of you may be a life path number 7 or in a personal year of 7. This is receiving help, delegating authority. And we talked about maybe even delegating some tasks that you have this month, not being afraid to hand them off, okay? Asking for what you need instead of taking on all the responsibilities yourself. It's okay for you to have some fun as well and spread the tasks so you're not spreading yourself too thin. This is also about interdependence. Now is the perfect time to seek advice from a mentor or business advisor who has been where you want to go to help you get there too. This could also be you. You could be, again, the mentor or the business advisor. And it also says, and I'm just skipping ahead here, but it says that you've come to a point where going alone is no longer optimal. And in your outcome, you have that Three of Pentacles. So I feel like there are new opportunities where people are aligning with you who can give you advice or help you in this phase of your journey. Okay, the trick is to accept that aid so freely given. Or maybe some of you, the trick is, okay, Mel, what aid, what resources, but believe that it's available here and embrace it. It says, if you do accept the help, or if you're giving it even, you will receive very good counsel that will aid in your prosperity. It may also be the case that your endeavors have grown, right? Your creative projects, your business, your knowledge, maybe that has grown so much that you can no longer go it alone. And you're in a position to bring in some new people who can give you a leg up. Trust that help is available and it will indeed appear. Delegate authority to others so you can take steps towards your big dream. The perfect people will arrive at the perfect time, so long as you step forward with just a mustard seed of faith. And I see you doing so. I mean, your whole reading is profound with the sun warming up the energy right away for you is very big. Now I am going to read the protection message because some of you Taurians can be stubborn. I have North Node in Taurus. So this can be something that we struggle with is I have to do everything myself, right? If I don't do it, it doesn't get done or it doesn't get done right. And we don't always accept a helping hand. If that sounds like you at times, Taurus, this is your message. Are you always insisting on doing everything yourself? Do you have little faith that help will come, convinced that the burden of the world is doomed to remain on your shoulders? Your beliefs about going it alone need to be dismantled, as they do not serve you at all. Let others help you. Yes, it will make you feel vulnerable to admit that needing a helping hand, but to be vulnerable is good. For those of you that struggle with vulnerability, jump on the Brene Brown band because she is a pro when it comes to vulnerability, okay? This is about lessons around that. You must let someone else assist because we can't do life all by ourselves. And that was a really big thing even for me at times because I was brought up an only child and I had to grow up very, very, very quick. And I had that belief at a very young age that if I don't do it, right, I'm not going to get what I need. And then it comes into I'm not going to get what I want as well. And we just take on that belief and we start to see through the lens of that interdependence. And I feel like you're breaking that down or you've been guided to break that down here in some way. Once you shift that expectation and even that perspective, you'll be amazed by how quickly help arrives to give you a leg up. Beautiful. All right, let's get a few messages here from your spirit animals. Taurus, if you can safely do so, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Big inhale in, hold your breath as long as you can, and release through the mouth with a nice big sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal that shows up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. Perhaps an animal that swims deep in the sea. Your animal could be wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. This could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, one that's recently crossed your path in the great outdoors, or maybe even a pet that you have at home or by your side. There is no right or wrong answer, Taurus. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animal or animals. You can have more than one. Drop them in the comment section below the video and make sure you hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss the notification of the winner around the first of every month. Just drop your animals in the comment section below. Okay, we have here card 50. Some of you may be 50 years old. You may be 65 years old or born on the 8th or the 12th. So we have here Rhino Spirit. I really like when this card shows up because it does talk about overcoming any obstacles. So to me, when we overcome any obstacle in our lives, I know that we've added a new skill set, a new growth to our palette, because it's through the obstacles that we do grow. And it's always nice to get through the obstacle, right? So there's a breath of relief or a sigh of relief showing up here for you as you overcome any obstacles, kind of like that rhino does. And some of you, maybe you've seen a unicorn, right? Because you see the big old horn here on the rhino. Next, you have Bobcat Spirit. Life is a mystery. Life is very mysterious. And because it's card 8 as well, and because you are in the energy of the strength here, even though these are reversed, you have both the strength and the justice here, 11 and 8. I feel like some of you didn't expect to be where you are at this time in your life, but I actually feel like there's so much more, and you're realizing that now. And life is a mystery, and you're taking it one day at a time. But I also see that your skills have enhanced. Your gifts have enhanced. And I also see some of you have a new gift coming in. If you haven't already started to tap into this could be, healing. It could be clairvoyance. It can be the gift of communication, the gift of being able to see through BS, the gift of helping raise the planet's vibrations, whatever this is here for you. I feel like you are embracing the mystery and you're going with it instead of feeling at times like there's been a lot of resistance. Lastly, we have 2 more here. We have Canary Spirit. Sing your own song. Yeah, marching to the beat of your own drum. But at the same time, this is you putting out the frequencies that you are wanting to attract in return. Okay, because you can see the musical notes coming from the canary. And it almost gives me like Mockingjay vibes, right? If you've ever seen The Hunger Games, Mockingjay puts the whistling out there. And so I feel like there's some form of communication coming back at you here. There's something you're putting out into the universe that is coming back to you. And then lastly, we have Whale Spirit. Trust the great mystery. 2 cards that talk about mystery here. So I definitely feel like you are trusting. And whales, they make a big splash. There's something here that is making a big splash in your life. And I feel like this is significant. This is huge, right? It's not just a little fish in the pond that's making a tiny little splash. I mean, this is a whale. The largest mammal, right? This is a whale coming in and just boom, splashing. And this is huge. So some of you could even be whale watching, or you live in a place where there are whales. Maybe this is a sign for you. You could see on social media or someone's shirt, but I feel like there could be something, and that's pretty rare, I would say, to see a whale out in out in your everyday life. But if you do see a whale, or if there is a significance around it, trust that you're definitely making a splash, or there's something very profound coming in here for you. All right. Last but not least, Taurus, let's get a message from the soul's truth and take a look at your soul work. What do you need to do at this time, or what can you do to help you on your career, money, and abundant path? What can you do to make a difference? What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams no more? Well, there's the justice in your energy, right? There's that equality and fairness that you're fighting for here. Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. Beautiful. Next we have, do you surround yourself with people who lift you up? We talk about this in the beginning of your reading. So if you are surrounding yourself with people who talk about other people, if you surround yourself with people who are constantly complaining, or they're just not in the space that you stand for, I feel like it's important for you to try to shift that energy, meet new people, or maybe not interact with this group or specific individual as much because it could be draining your energy. The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? And do they help you step into your greatest potential? Today's soul action: make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself and clarify, is there anyone in your life who no longer serves you? Can you love them from a distance? And then lastly, we have, oh, I love this, just because you have so much fun and playfulness in your reading here. When was the last time you couldn't stop laughing or smiling? Go back to a moment when you laughed so hard, maybe you peed your pants, right? Feel the laughter grow in your body, your cheeks hurting and your eyes watering. Maybe there was even a snort or two. Laughter is healing. It reminds us to take life less seriously and find the joy in the littlest things. Note to self, laugh more often. Or make someone laugh today. Some of you could be comedians. Maybe you're going to a comedy show. Perhaps there is something that does show up and you just laugh and laugh and laugh, and you say to that person, wow, I have not laughed like that for I can't remember how long. And I feel like that's the energy that I'm getting here for December. So allow yourself to be vulnerable, to open up, to connect with others, to laugh, and to feel that vitality that may have been suppressed as you were going through a very growth, we'll call it a growth patch, right? It could have been a rough patch, but it was definitely a growth patch. And we don't often smile when we're going through growth patches. Not often. And I see that this is a big turnaround time for you, Taurus. So great month to be a Taurus. I hope this resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. And again, thank you so much for tuning in.